No, sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna wait for a few people to jump back in here. That was not on your guys' end. That was on my end this time. And Matt says, "See what happens when you pop on without Cole." Exactly. That's generally what happens. Like literally, as soon as I say, "Seems like everything is going okay," then it freezes up, and yeah, not sure what happened there, but like I said, it does tell me on my end whenever it's dropping frames. Basically, again, I want to give people a chance to jump back in here. I apologize. I'm not exactly sure how or why that happened. Yeah, it should be working on both Facebook and YouTube at the moment. Um, Again, just going to wait for people to jump back in here. Yeah, exactly, guys. Whenever Cole's not here, stuff hits the fan, apparently. Again, guys, I'm just waiting for people to jump back in here. I apologize for the video freezing up. It appears it's still doing okay on my end so far. But I'm keeping an eye on that. I want some people to jump back in here real quick before I go through all of the said announcements and info on Monday's podcast. So, yeah, Michael, I agree. It's 2020. I expect the worst too, pretty much. Again, guys, just waiting for a few heads to jump back in here. I'll give it another minute or two, and then whoever's here is here, and whoever's not isn't. But anyway, yeah, I hope everyone's Friday is going well. We'll get started, and like I said, just give it another minute for people to get back in here. Basically, I'm just going to go through some quick announcements, info on Monday's podcast. Usually, we don't do these previews of the next podcast or anything like that, but Monday is going to be kind of a special scenario, and I wanted to jump on here and say some stuff about it, as well as plug our shirts that we revealed yesterday. In fact, I'm going to put those up right now. So for those of you watching that may have not caught our podcast yesterday, we do have some new shirts that are available for sale. These are made to order, so if you order one from the time that you place your order to the time that it arrives to your door, it's about 3 to 4 weeks. But here are the shirts, and these turned out super awesome in my opinion. But they are $25 for a t-shirt shipped plus applicable taxes, $50 for a hoodie shipped plus applicable taxes. Now that price is for small, medium, large, and extra large. If it is a double XL or bigger, there is an additional fee for those. But you're welcome to hit me up if you want one, either through our podcasts pages or my personal Facebook page. Feel free to hit me up if you're interested in any of those. Again, it's $25 for a t-shirt. That is the price shipped. There would be some applicable taxes. It is $50 for a hoodie shipped as well. Again, taxes that will apply. That is just for small, medium, large, and extra large. If it is a double XL or bigger, there would be an additional fee involved there. So hit me up if you want any of those. And I can always work out some kind of discount if you want more than one. So that's pretty much that. And those are on our social media pages, facebook.com/goingbroadwaypodcast. I posted it on our I don't have Cole in here to be animated, so the lights might go out every so often. At Going BRDWI Pod on our Twitter and Instagram pages. The handle is the same for both. I posted everything on those pages, so you can refer to those posts if you are so inclined. Mr. Ryan, I hope everything's going to go okay with that. I can kind of relate from the standpoint of we've got some medical procedures of sorts going on with my family as well, so hope everything goes okay there. the next thing I was going to mention is I've not posted much about this, but earlier in the month, I requested some suggestions from you all for our next monthly Hall of Fame induction for the month of June. And I'm going to post this afternoon the 2 top vote getters for that. And then for the next week or so, I'm going to have you guys vote on who you select between those 2. So that'll go up sometime this afternoon. And I honestly don't know off the top of my head who the 2 top vote getters are, but I will let you know. Again, that's going to be on our Facebook page. Now, for Monday's podcast, this is probably why a lot of you tuned in. So Monday, we are going to do another giveaway, and it's going to be game show style like it was yesterday. And we're going to give away that tumbler that we still have not given away yet. So the winner of that tumbler yesterday, he does live internationally, and I mentioned that anyone that lives internationally that is a giveaway winner, shipping charges would apply, and just shipping to where this individual lives would have been more than the cost of the tumbler itself. So he declined. He was super cool about it. And so that's going to be available once again to a special winner on this upcoming Monday's podcast. And we are going to do another Name That Mashup tune that we did this past Thursday. So we'll do the same thing. We'll play some wrestlers' theme musics that are mashed up. You have to name whose they are. And then we'll do that a few times. Those names will be entered in a randomizer, and then we'll pick a winner. So exactly like we did it yesterday, but we're going to do it again because it seemed like you guys had a good time. I know Cole and I had a good time. So we're going to do that again Monday and hopefully be able to give away. No, Cole, you didn't. Shut up. Cole's not eligible to win in any of our giveaways. Neither am I. So just for clarification. So yeah, we're going to do another game show style giveaway on Monday's podcast. It's live 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. As of right now, Facebook and YouTube do both seem to work. So hopefully, if and when you watch, I can't tell you which would be more real time. I would suggest maybe having both of having YouTube and Facebook open and just seeing whichever one's more real time than the other, and stick with that one throughout our podcast. So, that all being said, again, we have a few more people jumping on Monday's podcast. We're going to do another giveaway, game show style. Mr. Ryan, you're saying Facebook is still super delayed. Okay. If Facebook is still delayed, at least with what Mr. Ryan on Facebook on YouTube is saying, you'll probably want to tune into the podcast on YouTube for a better chance to win the game show style giveaway that we're doing Monday. So again, we're going to do another Name That Tune of sorts. I'll play wrestlers theme musics that are mashed up. It seemed like you guys had a good time yesterday. Again, Cole and I had fun, so we're going to do it again. Okay, Thomas is saying Facebook is like 20 seconds behind. So, whenever you watch Monday, if you want to have the best chance to win, I'd recommend checking us out on YouTube. You can just go to YouTube, search Going Broadway Podcast, or you can go directly to goingbroadwaypodcast.com/YouTube. Is it faster on MySpace? Is MySpace still a thing? No, it is not faster on MySpace. I'll answer that right now. Okay, yeah, it appears Facebook is slightly lagging behind YouTube. So, if you want your best chance to win on Monday, watch us on YouTube. David, what's a conspiracy? I'd like to know what you're referring to. So, again, if you haven't watched yesterday's show, it was a lot of fun. And we'll do the exact same thing on Monday's podcast as well. Again, we're live at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central on Facebook and on YouTube. We may look into simulcasting, I guess, as well in the future on Twitch. We'll see how that goes. I might kind kind of take a poll from you guys, see who all of you uses Twitch. We'll see. I haven't decided that yet. Cole is right. It's the greatest podcast ever. Matt says no Matt Riddle tonight. Who knows? I mean, it's just the world of wrestling has kind of been thrown through a loop the last 12 hours with all that stuff. And I don't know. We might address some of that on Monday. I don't know. It's just one of the. It's not a taboo topic by any means, but I just try to. There's just so much negativity going on right now with other shows. I'll call it. I'll get there in a second because I wanted to address something before I end this. But just the year 2020 in general. Someone mentioned this earlier. It's just so much crap has happened, and it's like whenever we do our podcast, we try to make things lighthearted and fun. And so, David, I'll let you look into it, but essentially there's a lot of scandalous things going on right now. It's pretty much like a hashtag Me Too movement now going on with wrestlers. I'll just leave it at that. You can Google it and see what I'm talking about. Andrew, there'll probably be a lot more developments by Monday, but as far as Monday goes, we want it to be fun. We don't want to be negative. We might address it to some degree, but we're not going to camp on it too long. Something I left out as far as Monday's show goes, it's going to be another Ask the Host show as well. So just be ready to get your questions into Cole and I. I don't know in what particular order we'll do things, but at some point we'll do an Ask the Host segment. We'll do the game show giveaway thing as well. So those two things we'll definitely do on Monday's podcast. We'll see what else from there we do. We'll probably tackle some headlines of the day, I guess, if you want to call them that. Anyway, as far as the whole negativity stuff that's been going on lately, so a lot of you guys that are in a lot of mutual, specifically Facebook groups and Facebook pages and things like that, you know that there are a lot of other wrestling-themed shows out there, which is great. Don't get me wrong. The only thing I'm going to say is that we're not going to be baited into ripping on anybody else or their show despite what might be going on with other shows, despite what they say on their shows. Each one kind of has their own flavor. Some do belt reviews, some do belt sales, some will they'll kind of do some fantasy booking. Some will interview wrestlers. Some, like us, will actually have some more interaction with you guys. The reason I'm mentioning this is because I've had some people ask my thoughts and opinions over the last 2 or 3 weeks about particularly what's going on in a lot of these Facebook groups, in particular with the belt collecting hobby, and it's just a lot of drama going on there. And that's kind of what I like about our podcast, is that it kind of is an escape from something that is actually supposed to be fun in and of itself. So, and that's kind of why I don't want to tackle this, lack of a better term, Me Too movement now that's going on with wrestlers. And it's, I don't want any part of it on this show. We're not going to, again, be baited into saying anything bad specifically about any other show, any other person that has a show, because despite where my stance is on a lot of things related to that, I'm not going to make that known on this show publicly, other than to say we will not be shouting out any other shows or podcasts or specific people anymore for sponsorship reasons. Anybody that we shout out on our show will be a paid sponsor of the Going Broadway podcast, pure and simple. It's just a business thing, and I'm simply going to leave it at that. I mean, because it's that simple, and that's the only reason. It has nothing to do with personal feelings, because I, quite frankly, as best as I can, I just try to remain biased and stay out of drama. That's what it comes down to. So, before I jump off here, did you guys have any questions? I'll read some of your comments real quick. Yeah, Jordan, one of the NXT talents has COVID-19. We'll possibly tackle that on Monday. They revealed that it's a female, but that's all we know at this point. Yeah, apparently we're getting Asuka and Charlotte. Surprise, surprise. That's something we've been talking about. Yeah, KO backed out of the tapings because of it. Mr. Ryan, I appreciate all the compliments. Sincerely, I speak for Cole whenever we do appreciate it. Matt, thank you. I appreciate it. He says some have no character, and then there's you guys. At least I'm taking that as a compliment. I hope so. Unless you're saying that we have even less character than those people that have no character, then okay. That's another thing, guys. We're never going to sound like we're coming off, at least we're never trying to come off as condescending to any of our viewers, any of our listeners, any of you guys that participate in chatting with us. We really only have two requests: that comments are kept free of any vulgar language or profanity, that you keep it respectful, and then we try to do that with you. Now, we might disagree with you, which we'll vocalize that, but that's okay. I mean, we can agree to disagree on stuff and still keep it friendly, keep it respectful, and that's one of the reasons that we like to kind of give you guys a voice while we're on, is because we understand that Cole and I, depending on what we're talking about, what we're saying is purely an opinion, and you guys are 110% welcome to disagree, and we'll read comments on air that we disagree with. We'll explain why we disagree, and that doesn't mean that you still have to agree with us once we explain our standpoint, and that's perfectly fine. But we just try to keep it respectful. We ask the same from you guys. Again, free of language, free of profanity, free of anything lewd or vulgar, anything like that. And we ask that you keep our social media pages the same as well. So, yeah, Thomas, exactly, drama. Alex Cole, baby, that's right. Again, guys, if you want a t-shirt, I'll throw these up here again real quick. $25 shipped for a t-shirt, $50 shipped for a hoodie. That's just for sizes small through extra large. If you're a 2XL or larger, there'd be an additional fee for that. There are also taxes, sales tax incurred as well. So $25. There we go. $25 for a t-shirt shipped, $50 for a hoodie shipped. Sales taxes will apply. Additional fees will apply for sizes 2XL and bigger. Hit me up if you want any of those. We can throw a discount your way if you order multiple shirts. Let's see. What else do you guys have to say? Dave says, can I say how cool it was to see Griff Garrison on AEW and Sammy's vlog? I might be making myself look goofy, but I don't know who you're talking about. I don't watch Sammy Guevara's vlog either. Clayton says, I completely understand. Thank you, and keep doing what you and Cole do for us. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Cole says, we will talk bad about Nia Jax, Baron Corbin, and Jim Cornette. Yeah, that's pretty much it, though. Mr. Ryan, Going Broadway Podcast NWO style shirt. I like it. We might have to see. Cole is trolling me hardcore right now. When's the next giveaway? That's another thing, guys. I've said this before, and I've kind of made exceptions here and there, but for the most part, I would say for like 98% of the time, I will no longer be responding to or answering questions about our giveaways. Just keep an eye on our social media pages. If possible, check out our show, even if it's not live. All of our shows are archived on Facebook and YouTube. You can check them out anytime. Yeah, and Michael says King Corbin rules, and if that's your opinion, that's awesome. Will there be a new Nation of Domination? Not that I'm aware of. David says Asuka versus Charlotte is always a great match. Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking forward to it. It's just I'm not looking forward to the outcome, especially if they decide to put the belt back on Charlotte. Dave says, I appreciate keeping it clean. I listen at work. And yeah, that's actually a great point, and something I've never thought about is we're on a lot of times when you guys are at work, and we don't want to be one of those, what's the acronym, NSFW shows, because, sorry guys about the lights. We know that you guys want to, have that opportunity to check us out and not worry about, a 4-letter word flying off the wall. So, Mr. Ryan says hats. Maybe. We'll see. Gary says, your podcast has helped me slowly get back into wrestling. It just became so stale for me. I love watching you guys. Gary, I appreciate that. That's one of the best compliments I've personally been given and read on our show. So thank you for that. Mr. Ryan. Cole, Mr. Ryan just fired you, but I'll hire you back. So you're rehired. Cole, I know you're good. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, I don't know about the light switches. That's not my call to make, because this studio is actually where I work, and I'm not the boss. So, Mr. Ryan, thanks. I appreciate the compliment on the Larry Zbyszko shirt. This is actually the second time I've worn this. I actually wore this on Monday's show, and yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not necessarily one of those people that worries about wearing the same thing twice in 1 week, because my philosophy is, if it's been through the laundry and it's clean, I'll wear it, 2 days later. So that's just about it, guys. That's all I had. So hopefully you can tune in Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. According to you guys, if you want to be as real time as possible with our game show giveaway that we're doing on Monday, I'd recommend jumping on YouTube. Again, it's goingbroadwaypodcast.com/YouTube. Or just go to YouTube and type in Going Broadway Podcast in the search box. It'll bring up our live show. That's what I'd recommend if you want to be, if you want to have a better chance of winning on Monday. So it'll be a good time. I've already got some songs picked out. I need to pick out a few more. Yeah, Michael says YouTube for sure, definitely. Stacy says, are you going to do another watch party? It was definitely a good time. We are definitely looking into that. We will do another one. We need to figure out how to isolate the audio, because that's why we got kicked off last Sunday. Was it? Yeah, that was this past Sunday. That's why we got kicked off. There was I think Facebook said that there's 5 minutes of a continual 5 minutes of audio that WWE basically said, hey, we own that. You can't play that. So that's why we got booted. We got booted right before. And this is where I'd have Cole say the greatest wrestling match ever, but he's not here, so I had to say it with a lot less gusto. So, Michael, I love the confidence. May the odds forever be in your favor, because my district is going for the win Monday. Yeah, I had a lot of fun on yesterday's show doing that, and so we're going to do it again on Monday. Hopefully you guys can tune in, again, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. Once again, heavily recommend you go to YouTube if you want the better chance to win. Apparently, Facebook lags about 20 seconds behind, I think is what someone said earlier. I think Thomas said that earlier. So, tune in Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. We look forward to doing it again. It's going to be a lot of fun. And hopefully, I'll catch you guys then.
And so, goodbye. And good night. Bang!
This podcast was a presentation of LightUpMedia.fm.